G'day guys, my name is Matt from The Dope. In this video, we're going to show you how to set up your new Iceberger tub. Step 1, positioning your tub. Set your Iceberger tub up where you want it to live. If you're setting it up indoors, remember that water is going to spill in and out every time you get in the tub, so make sure it's not going to damage any flooring. When you set it up outdoors, try and keep it under cover, and we prefer to keep them out of direct sunlight. You are going to need access to 240 volt power and obviously a hose to fill it up with water. Step 2, time to inflate your tub. Now grab your double action pump and connect the hose to the side of the pump which says inflate. Twist it on clockwise to tighten. Grab the grey side of the hose and connect it to the grey connection on the back of your Iceberger tub. The valve should be in the up position to make sure air doesn't bleed out when you disconnect the hose. Push the grey connection in, twist clockwise half a turn until you feel it stop. Now you're ready to pump. Now when you start pumping, the gauge will start to register once you hit about 5 psi. Don't exceed 10 psi. Whew. Now that you're done, catch your breath, then you can walk around and disconnect the hose. If air is coming out, it means the valve is open. Press it again to close the valve. Put the cap back on. Time for the next step. Step 3, connect the valves. Grab the 2 silver valves that are supplied. Now grab the Teflon thread tape from inside the box, place it on the thread and wrap it around in this direction 6 or 7 times. Once you're done, snap it off like this. Now slide the washer over the thread tape and you're going to screw this end into the Iceberger tub. And of course, you're going to repeat this on both the outlet and the inlet on the tub. Now remember, these are not designed to be tightened with tools. If you over tighten them, it can actually squish the washer out and cause leakage. On saying that, under tightening them can also cause leakage. Just do them up as tight as you can with your hands. So if you've only bought the Iceberger tub only, you just have to fill it up with water and add some ice. If you are going to connect the motor, keep watching. Step 4, now it's time to connect your chiller pump. When positioning your chiller pump, make sure you keep it at least a foot away from any wall so it doesn't block the fan. Don't put anything over the fan. We want that to be able to breathe, and keep it a couple of feet away from the tub just so that water that splashes out of the tub doesn't land on it every time. Grab the water strainer from the packet of parts and you're going to screw that into the inlet on the chiller pump. You're just going to slide it into the thread, screw it on clockwise until it's nice and tight. Make sure the O-rings are in place and then get the other metal part which slides over the top. And what we're going to do now is connect the hoses. So the inlet on the Iceberger tub gets connected to the outlet on the chiller pump, and the inlet on the chiller pump gets connected to the outlet on the Iceberger tub. When you grab the hoses, you'll notice that there should be some white washers inside the connection there. If they're not in there, they should be supplied in the packet. Just grab one out and slide it in. Place it over the valve, twist clockwise, and hand tighten only. So remember, the outlet on the Iceberger tub gets connected to the inlet on the chiller unit. Step 5, it's time to insert the filter on your chiller pump. Grab the 20 micron filter that would be supplied with your tub. Remove the plastic from the outside. Now we're going to remove the housing for the filter on the chiller pump. So put your hands underneath the chiller pump and twist it anti-clockwise. You don't need the tool to disconnect this. You should be able to disconnect it just with your hand until it falls out. Once it's out, fill it up with water right to the tip, straight out of your tap. When it's full of water, slide the 20 micron filter straight into the middle. Once the filter's in there, reattach it to the chiller pump. Before you connect it, look up into the top of where the filter housing is connected and you should see an O-ring, rubber O-ring in there. If it isn't there, make sure you contact support and we can supply you with another one. Now it's time to fill up your Iceberger tub with water. You'll see the max line on the tub. Fill it right up to that line. This is going to vary depending on who's getting in or out of the tub, how many people are, and how frequent you are doing it. You'll figure it out eventually, but don't fill it above that max line to avoid spillages. Step 7, now we're going to test the chiller pump safety switch. So behind the motor, you'll see there is a safety switch and the power button. We're going to test the safety switch by placing it in the up position and then turning the motor on. When you turn the motor on, press the orange button with a T on it for test. If the switch goes down, that means the safety switch is working. If it doesn't drop down, it means it's faulty and we need to help you out and send you another one. Just get in contact with our support team and we'll fix it right up. Step 8, now it's time to turn on your chiller pump and get that water chilly. Make sure you turn the chiller pump on and put the safety switch up. On the left-hand side, you'll see the power button. Place your finger on that for 3 seconds. You'll see it turn on. The screen will display 0.1. That means that the chiller pump is in priming mode. The priming mode can last up to 10 minutes. If it still hasn't changed from that screen, contact us and we'll talk you through some troubleshooting. Once the priming is done, it'll display the temperature. Then you hit and hold the S button until the temperature starts flashing. Then you can hit the up and down buttons to adjust your desired temperature. Once you've got your desired temperature, press the S button again and that will set the temperature. If you'd like to put the child lock on, simply press and hold the 2 right-hand buttons at the same time until you see the padlock appear on the screen. If the screen displays an FL, this means that there is a flow issue. This means that there could be some air in the lines or there could be an obstruction. Disconnect the hoses, reconnect it, making sure that nothing is blocking it. The flow on the bottom left-hand side of the screen will be displayed with some numbers. This is the flow rate. It should be sitting at around 18.5 to 19 litres per minute. If it does start to drop down, it's usually because one of your filters, either the strainer or the 20 micron filter in the side, needs replacing. The last thing to do is to download your app. You can either download the Smart Life app or the Tuya app, which you can get by scanning the QR code which comes with your instructions. Once you download the app, pairing the motor is all very intuitive and the app will talk you through how to do it. And that's it. We hope you enjoy cold water at the touch of a button at home. If you have any issues with your tub, reach out to us. You can either call our phone number on the screen, you can contact support@thedope.com.au, or you can reach out via Instagram and one of the team will get back to you as soon as we can.